Well, more than 1 in 5 U.S. adults live with a mental illness, and the statistics are much the same for youth. I'm joined by April Taylor from New United Church and Tabitha Grayson from Greater Tucker Baptist Church. Thank you so much, and you all are here to talk about the upcoming Mental Health Summit. So let's start by talking about, first of all, this is being held at Greater Tucker Missionary Baptist Church. What have you seen in the past few years, especially since the pandemic, where churches are starting to focus more on mental health? It used to be something that churches would just kind of sweep under the rug, brush aside. They wouldn't talk about it. But now it's coming to the forefront. Why do you think that is?
So I think when the pandemic happened, we all became very isolated. We all were in our homes, away from family and friends, and we had a lot of time sitting with our thoughts. And I think that really brought forefront some things that was going on that maybe we didn't recognize in the church, me personally. So when all that happened, now that we're getting back in church, we're seeing that people are now more vocal about being lonely, about being depressed. We're losing a lot of members. You know, a lot of our older generation are, going on. So that now has brought more attention, more spotlight on it. And then I think too, with our youth, they're very outspoken about their mental health. They will let you know, I'm battling anxiety, I'm battling depression, they're screaming out for help to a certain extent. And so I think with all that coming together, it has just brought that more forefront to the church, and it's something that we can't overlook anymore and sweep up under the rug.
When you see that, and you talked about the youth too, when you see these statistics about the numbers of people or the number of people dealing with mental health issues, some severe, and kids, children, and suicide, what does that say about the urgency of this situation in dealing with mental health?
So I feel like that's why Tucker called me, because we really wanted to bring some players together. We're going to talk about everybody from children all the way up to elderly, because there's so much going on. And so it is urgent. The Surgeon General has made it his mission to talk about mental health, the children and the parents' mental health. So we're going to talk about those kind of things too. So what we're coming to do is we're going to have some speakers come in and talk about youth. We're going to talk about men. We're going to talk about adults and elderly, and then we're going to have a panel where we talk about things from grief to substance abuse. All these things are coming together, and so we're bringing resources from the community so people in the church can know the players. It's so many people, there are resources, there are so many things available, but we don't know what they are. So we're trying to tie those two things together. And I love Tucker's, they reached out to me, but they asked for it clinically. They really wanted to be clinically sound. They want to know what's really going on with our mental health. And so that's what we're going to bring to this conference.
And so I'll let you elaborate a little bit more on that. So this conference is for everyone, all ages, all genders,
all backgrounds,
yes.
Everybody. We want everybody to feel included and know they're welcome, and we want to reach all aspects of it, because mental health is a broad spectrum and there's so many different angles that it comes from. So we're trying to reach everybody.
I really feel like when I go out in the community and I talk to people, they feel comfortable, they know who we are. And so I want to bring that, all other mental health players to the table so people can get comfortable, know who they are, know what the resources are. I want the deacon, the pastor, to know who to call when there's an emergency. So the more we get out, the more we talk, the more we come together, then we know each other. And it makes it more comfortable. Okay, I could call Miss April because I know who she is. And so I want people to know a lot more people than just me. And then the conversations we're planning to have, I think will make a big difference too, because we're going to talk about the deep stuff, the hard stuff. We're going to talk about suicide. We're going to go there and talk about veteran and suicide. We have a specialist with that as well. So we really are trying to hit every single area. But I love Tucker's outreach, because they really asked for it, and they said they wanted it hard, they wanted it clinical, just bring it. And so that's what we're going to try to do.
And quickly, tell me, what are some of the warning signs to look for that someone may be dealing with mental health issues if you see this?
I think withdrawal. We're usually outgoing and talkative, but we're not anymore. We're not interacting with people. We're sad. We're in bed. We can't show up for work. We don't show up for things that we usually show up for. With children, it's really the irritability and apathy. Apathy, I don't care about anything. So with children, we kind of notice that. With the elderly, it's kind of lonely. It's the withdrawal. They don't have relationships. They don't have anything they can do. they stay home and they feel disconnected. And then with the men, we're going to have somebody come in and talk about men. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be emotional. It's okay to feel however you feel. Even if you're a man, it's okay to talk about your mental health. So there's we're going to try to hit all those aspects.
Okay, and then quickly in about 30 seconds, what are some things, and this may be you, April, that we all can do to take care of our mental health?
So self-care, eating right, exercising. We're having a nutritionist come too. So eating right, exercising, getting out in nature, just enjoying life. Do things that you enjoy, art, theater, doing things that make you come alive, travel. All those things are great for your mental health.
Okay, and remind everybody as we wrap up here when it is, where it is, and how they can take part.
September the 14th at Greater Tucker Baptist Church. It's going to be from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.